How to talk to difficult people without losing your or your soul. You can't fix toxic people, but you can stop handing them the keys to your peace. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because mentally it does. Let's be real. Difficult people aren't going anywhere. Do you find yourself dreading conversations with certain people because you know they'll leave you drained, frustrated, or doubting yourself? Do you walk away from interactions feeling like you lost a battle you didn't even know you were fighting? Do you think you have to engage with every provocation, answer every accusation, or fix every person who dumps their chaos on you? Here's what no one tells you. You don't have to absorb other people's dysfunction to be a good person. You don't have to sacrifice your peace to prove your patience. And you definitely don't have to set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. Today, we're learning how to interact with difficult people without becoming one yourself. We're covering 5 game changers. First, identifying the enemy, knowing the profiles so you stop falling for the same traps. Second, mastering emotional detachment like a professional. Third, using power phrases that shut down drama without escalating it. Fourth, guarding your peace in real time with tactical responses. And fifth, recognizing when to walk away because some conversations aren't worth having. 1. Know the enemy. Learn the profiles so you stop falling for the same traps. Here's something that will save you years of frustration. Difficult people have patterns. Once you learn to identify these patterns, you can prepare for them instead of being blindsided by them. Knowledge is power, and knowing what you're dealing with is half the battle. Guilt trippers are masters of emotional manipulation. They use phrases like, "I can't believe you do this to me," "after everything I've done for you," or "you're being selfish." They make their problems your fault and their emotions your responsibility. They weaponize your compassion against you. Narcissists make everything about them. They interrupt, dismiss your experiences, and turn every conversation back to their drama. They can't handle criticism but dish it out constantly. They see relationships as competitions they must win, not connections they should nurture. Passive-aggressive vampires avoid direct confrontation, but punish you through indirect means. They give you the silent treatment, make sarcastic comments, forget important things, or agree to your face and sabotage behind your back. They want you to feel their displeasure without them having to own it. Chronic complainers turn every interaction into a therapy session about their problems, but they never want solutions. They want an audience for their suffering. They drain your energy by making you feel responsible for fixing problems they have no intention of solving. The key to dealing with all these types is the same. Don't take the bait. They're trying to pull you into their dysfunction, and your job is to stay centered while they spiral. You can't control their behavior, but you can control your response to it. 2. Detach like a professional. Their chaos is not your emergency. Emotional detachment isn't cold. It's clarity. It's the difference between responding and reacting, between being strategic and being swept away. When you detach emotionally, you can see the situation clearly instead of getting lost in the drama. Detachment means you stop making other people's emotions your responsibility. When someone is having a meltdown, your job isn't to fix them, calm them down, or absorb their energy. Your objective is to maintain your own equilibrium while they work through whatever they're working through. This doesn't mean you become heartless or uncaring. It means you care about yourself enough to not let other people's chaos become your crisis. You can have compassion for someone, struggles without making their struggles your own. Practice observing instead of absorbing. When someone is being difficult, imagine you're watching a movie instead of being in the scene. Notice their behavior without taking it personally. Ask yourself, what is this person really asking for? What are they really afraid of? What need are they trying to meet through this dysfunction? Often, difficult behavior is just fear wearing a disguise. Fear of abandonment, fear of not being heard, fear of being powerless. When you understand the fear underneath the behavior, you can respond to the real issue instead of reacting to the surface drama. Remember, their urgency is not your emergency. Their crisis is not your responsibility. Their inability to regulate their emotions is not your problem to solve. 3. Say less, mean more. Use power phrases that end conversations. Most people think they need to explain, justify, or defend themselves when dealing with difficult people. But here's the truth. You don't owe crazy an explanation. Ramani Durvasula, an expert on narcissistic relationships, says exactly that. You don't owe crazy an explanation. Facts. Learn power phrases that shut down drama without escalating. That doesn't work for me is complete and non-negotiable. I'm not available for this conversation sets a clear boundary. I understand you're upset acknowledges their emotion without taking responsibility for it. I hear what you're saying doesn't mean you agree. It just means you're not deaf. That's your choice, puts the responsibility back where it belongs. I'll think about it, buys you time without committing to anything. The key is to say these phrases calmly and then stop talking. Don't explain why it doesn't work for you. Don't justify why you're not available. Don't defend your position. The moment you start explaining, you're inviting negotiation. The moment you start defending, you're suggesting your boundary is debatable. Practice these phrases until they become automatic. When someone tries to guilt you, blame you, or drag you into their drama, you want your response to be immediate and clear. You don't want to be scrambling for words while they're overwhelming you with manipulation. Remember, you're not trying to win an argument. You're trying to end one. You're not trying to change their mind. You're trying to protect your peace. 4. Guard your peace in real time. Your tone, posture, and exit plan matter. Your body language speaks before your words do, and difficult people are often experts at reading weakness, uncertainty, or emotional vulnerability. When you're dealing with someone who's trying to manipulate or overwhelm you, your physical presence needs to communicate calm confidence. Keep your voice steady and low. High, fast-talking signals anxiety and gives them more ammunition. Slow, measured speech signals that you're in control of yourself and the situation. Don't match their energy. Let them escalate while you stay grounded. Maintain eye contact without staring them down. Look at them like you're listening but not like you're intimidated. Your posture should be relaxed but upright. Don't cross your arms defensively, but don't slouch submissively either. Have an exit plan before you engage. Know how you're going to end the conversation if it goes south. I need to go is always available. Let's continue this later when we're both calmer. Gives you an out while sounding reasonable. Set time limits. I have 5 minutes to talk about this. When difficult people know there's a deadline, they're less likely to waste time on manipulation tactics. They also can't trap you in endless circular arguments. Don't try to logic someone out of an emotional state. When people are being unreasonable, reason isn't going to work. Your goal isn't to convince them, it's to survive the interaction with your sanity intact. 5. Know when to walk. Some bridges aren't meant to be built. Here's the hardest truth. Some relationships aren't worth preserving. If the same dysfunction keeps circling back, it's not a conversation. It's a pattern. And patterns don't change unless the person creating them wants to change. You can't love someone into being healthy. You can't be patient enough to fix someone's dysfunction. You can't be understanding enough to make someone treat you well. Some people are committed to their chaos, and your job is to not get pulled into it. Walking away doesn't make you weak, mean, or selfish. It makes you smart. It makes you someone who values their mental health more than other people's comfort. It makes you someone who understands that not every battle is worth fighting. Some people are energy vampires by choice. They've learned that being difficult gets them attention, that creating drama makes them the center of every conversation, that dysfunction gives them power over other people's emotions. You can't fix that by being more patient or more understanding. The question isn't, how can I make this person treat me better? The question is, why am I accepting treatment that I wouldn't tolerate from a stranger? The question isn't, how can I fix this relationship? The question is this relationship adding value to my life or just stress? Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for someone is to stop enabling their dysfunction by refusing to participate in it. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself is to walk away from people who consistently make you feel worse about yourself. All right, time for some tough love. If someone can control your mood with a single sentence, they don't just annoy you, they own you. Take your damn power back. You think you're being nice by absorbing everyone's chaos, but you're actually being weak. You think you're being understanding by tolerating disrespect, but you're actually being self-destructive. You think you're being patient by engaging with people who drain you, but you're actually being foolish. Stop calling it compassion when it's really codependency. Stop calling it kindness when it's really fear of conflict. Stop calling it loyalty when it's really inability to set boundaries. Your peace of mind is not a public resource. Your emotional energy is not a renewable resource. Your mental health is not something you sacrifice to make difficult people more comfortable. You can't control other people's behavior, but you can control your response to it. You can't make people treat you well, but you can stop accepting treatment that makes you feel bad. You can't fix broken people, but you can stop letting their brokenness break you. The people who matter will respect your boundaries. The people who don't respect your boundaries don't matter. It's that simple. Here's your challenge for this week. Pick one difficult relationship in your life. Write down your new boundary, what you will and won't tolerate going forward. Practice one exit phrase that feels authentic to you. And next time they bring the chaos, you bring the calm and the door if necessary. Your peace is not negotiable. Your energy is not unlimited. Your patience is not infinite. Start acting like you know these things. If this video reminded you that protecting your peace is a full-time job, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're building a community of people who refuse to let difficult people steal their serenity. Share this with someone who needs permission to stop absorbing other people's dysfunction. Sometimes we all need a reminder that we're not responsible for managing everyone else's emotions. Remember, you're not broken, you're untrained, and the skills of emotional detachment and strategic communication can be developed starting with your next difficult interaction. Until next time, stop handing out keys to your peace and start protecting what matters most: your mental well-being.